guys want to play a game? Love games. I'm going to play my love games with you. If you guys don't understand the thumbnail or the reference, just Google Old Greg. It's funny. I love it. I actually was Old Greg for Halloween a couple years ago, and my costume was absolutely awesome. It was awesome. It's funny. Check it out. Drink Bailey's from a shoe. Here we go. Love games. So not that long ago, I was riding in an Uber, and my Uber driver was listening to like an audiobook, and the audiobook was giving really bad relationship advice. Maybe it was no, I think it was the book. And for about 20 minutes, I was able to bite my tongue and not say anything. But finally, I'm just like, oh my God, this as a coach, this is some really bad advice, especially if you want somebody to love you for you. So the advice that in this audiobook was basically play games. And I think it was written in a female perspective. So, like, I'm telling you, like, the kind of advice that was in this book was, the stuff that says, if he texts you, wait 3 days to text him back. No joke. This is the advice that was in this audiobook. So basically, the advice was play games with the person. And I was just like, oh man, no. Guys, don't play games, especially when you're first dating somebody, because guess what, ladies, if you wait 3 days to text a guy back, or if you play that, oh, I'm gonna make him chase me, they don't want to they don't want something that hard. They're just gonna think, oh, I guess she's not that interested, and they're gonna move on to the next one, and then you're gonna be sitting there like, I wonder why he hasn't texted me. I'm making him chase me. Why isn't he doing it? I waited 3 days for him to text me back. Well, he doesn't think that you're interested in him now because you waited 3 days to text him back. This something similar-ish kind of came up today too, and obviously everybody's different, but because it was just a general question, it didn't specifically name games, but I in my response to it, I said, we change who we are. We wear this mask when we first meet somebody. And, to a certain degree, it might be beneficial, right? We don't want, we're not going to start being a certain obnoxious level and talk about, listen, right away, coming on too strong, basically. And you never know, if that's how you are, show them your true self. That way they know who you are. And if that's somebody that they don't want to be with, then you can both move on right away instead of being somebody that you're not, dating somebody for 5 years. Eventually your true self is going to come out, and lo and behold, you're not compatible. It's not working. Well, it was because you were never yourself to begin with. So instead of putting on this mask, instead of playing games, and this goes for, even when you're in a fight with somebody, I'm gonna do this. Don't play games. Just be yourself. if you want to attract somebody that loves you for you, why would you want to be anybody but your true self? Serious question. Don't play these stupid little games or in this. I don't want to judge, because if you come across something, maybe it's meant to be, but I'm just going to generalize and say if you come across this bad advice, this is not even advice, honestly. Sometimes it's just a click. It's not even advice. The stuff is out there for you. It's going to, like I mentioned in my first video, these 5 things, these 3 things, this, do that. All of this bull crap that we consume is meant to entice you in, so you click on it, and so you read it. They can get their ad revenue, and they get that click, right? Clicks for cash. I don't think it's even meant to be advice. It's just meant to entice you in, to get you to read, to get that click. And I'm talking about those really, 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 I'm not talking about any advice from somebody who knows what they're talking about. I'm talking about those, all of these, and the only website that always comes to my mind is BuzzFeed, because they post a lot of those types of things a lot. But, this is just a random person who writes these things, and how are they qualified to talk about these things? Same thing like with I don't know when I'm going to post this, but I got a video on the narcissism. Like, how are you qualified to be talking about this? I mean, I get it, and if we're consuming things as entertainment, that's totally fine. But, we see all this stuff with all this click advice, because it's not advice, it's just click. Could be, I don't want to generalize things, and we actually take it in and do what these articles are telling us to do, and then it's not working out for us, and then we're sitting there like, BuzzFeed told me that this would work. And then we're wondering why it's not working. And then we wonder why, some people, they're fine for a few years, and obviously there's other things that happen in here that lead to a breakup, but we wonder why relationships sometimes end after a certain period of time. I gotta wonder, like, how authentic were both people when they met each other and started dating? When did, how long before this breakup did one or both people's true selves start to come out? It's bullshit. I'm going to be harsh. It's bullshit. If you want to text somebody, text them. If you want to text somebody back, don't wait 5 hours. Focus on you, yes, because there's this whole thing, we don't want to come off too strong. And I've been there, I've done it. Don't think that I haven't. A lot of the stuff that I talk about, I'm not just pulling out of my, my butthole. I've been there, I've done that, and I've learned from it. There's people out there, they talk about stuff and they're just regurgitating. But, I've been there and I've done that. And guess how well it worked out for me? Not very well. So the next time you go on a date with somebody, make sure that you leave the games for the children. Because the games are not going to get you anywhere except into a situation that you don't want to be in. You want somebody to love you for you, right? You don't want somebody to love you for the person that they think that you are. You want somebody to love you for your true self. That's what we all want. That's what we want is, that's part of our human nature is that we just want to be loved and we want to be loved for who we are. So why would we want to be anybody else except our true self? Especially when it comes to dating and relationships. Stop playing the games. If you're in the middle of some drama with somebody and they're trying to make you jealous, right? They're doing something, they're posting stuff on social media trying to get a reaction out of you. If they're trying to get a reaction out of you, guess what? When you react and try to make them jealous back, that's exactly the reaction that they want. Because when somebody is doing that, that shows that they still care about you. Okay? Okay? It's easy, okay? Stop playing the games. The love games. And just start drinking Baileys from a shoe. Like, be yourself. You want to go and paint some watercolors? Go paint some watercolors. Another old Greg reference, for those of you who have never seen it. If you want to go fishing in a lake and go into some kind of scaly manfish cave and do watercolors, drink Baileys from a shoe, and play love games with old Greg, you do you, boo-boo. Do it. Just be yourself. Leave the games for the kids and just be yourself. I promise you'll find the person that's meant for you. That's all. That's really all that I have. Just a quick little thing today. Not a very insightful or very informative thing, but you guys get the picture, right? As always, I am a life, relationship, and spiritual coach. I also coach soul connections like soulmates and twin flames. I do free 30-minute initial sessions. If you are interested, shoot me an email at pursueyoucoach@gmail.com. If you want more time, you don't want 30 minutes, you can purchase a single session for your initial session at 50% off instead of doing the free one, and you'll get a longer session instead of the just 30 minutes. I have Facebook pages. I got other stuff. Make sure you look at the description. There's links in there. And with that, I think that's all that I have for you guys right now.